From Southern Maryland's weather leader, this is a JB Weather Alert.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Forecaster John Bordash, back with you right now to give you an update here on the severe weather we have moving into the region. I want us to start quickly first with a live look inside these storms as they begin to move into parts of Charles and King George County down in Virginia. This is a look at 301 northbound. We're taking a look here at storms beginning to roll on in. You can see the dark skies. You can even see, look closely enough, the lightning that's occurring with these storms. And just a little bit ago, I saw an actual bolt of lightning with these storms as they begin to move on in. These thunderstorms are very strong. We're talking about 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts, very frequent lightning, the potential of half-dollar sized hail, along with flooding rains, all being possible with these storms as they continue to push eastward into parts of our region. Let me take you on over here into radar right now. This is a look at how things are shaping up right now. Lots of lightning here through parts of King George, parts of Westmoreland counties, parts of Charles County as these storms push eastward. Earlier we were noting that these storms were focusing a little bit more to the north. Now that energy has kind of shifted down to the south, and we're really looking at these storms focusing for southern areas now, really kind of honing in here in parts of southern Charles County, parts of King George County. This larger thunderstorm complex producing upwards of 400 to 500 strikes of lightning over the last 20 minutes as it continues to push eastward. Let me get you the latest warning text here on this. Again, it's a severe thunderstorm warning for central parts of Charles County and King George County until 7:15. At 6:33, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Quantico to Port Royal, moving eastward at only 20 miles an hour. We're talking about 60 mile an hour wind gusts, half-dollar size hail possible, so that would be hail up around 1 1/4 inches, heavy rain, and frequent lightning. The damaging wind threat with this will cause some trees and large branches to fall, and that could injure those outdoors, as well as damage to homes and vehicles. Roadways may become blocked by downed trees, and localized power outages will be possible with this storm. Some locations impacted over the next little bit include, but are not limited to, Waldorf, La Plata, King George, Dahlgren, Fairview Beach, Nanjemoyne Creek, Popes Creek, Port Tobacco River, St. Charles, Wicomico, Cobb Island, Rock Point, Port Tobacco Village, Issue, Potomac Beach, Wheatonville, Tompkinsville, Need, Ironside, and Belle Alton as this continues to push here to the east. So really parts of Charles County here from about La Plata points to the south under the severe thunderstorm warning, and I would definitely prepare for a pretty nasty storm to cross the Potomac River here, getting into parts of Newburgh, Swan Point, Cobb Island, Newport down here near Mount Victoria, Morgantown, Issue, Tompkinsville, all of these areas here on over towards Wicomico, Allen's Fresh, all of these areas, Belle Alton, Welcome, Port Tobacco, Densville, all of these areas likely to see a pretty nasty thunderstorm move through. And we're also noting that this is impacting parts of the northern neck as well. So over here in parts of Westmoreland and King George counties here, near Colonial Beach here, right up along Route 3, near 205 as well, near the index area, again, near Colonial Beach, nasty thunderstorm with very frequent lightning and heavy rain pushing to the east, and the worst of this is really going to be pushing here towards Cobb Island, Issue, on over towards Route 257 here over the next little bit. If I were to put a time track here, and this will only go out for the next hour, but if we were to do that, and that's not going to work, because why would it? Over the next hour, this is going to begin to push into parts of St. Mary's County as well. So if you're over towards Maddox, on over towards Oakleyville, Bushwood Avenue, Colton's Point, Chaptico, Clemens, and even over towards parts of Mechanicsville, stay weather aware. This storm is likely going to hold together and really get into your area as well, really with plenty of lightning and heavy rain here. Again, that'll probably be over the next hour, an hour and 15 minutes. If this can continue to hold on to its own and not continue to shift its energy to the south, this could impact much of St. Mary's County, maybe even parts of Calvert County as well here over the next little bit. So no active warnings for those areas right now, but just looking ahead over the next 1 to 2.5 hours, that's what we could be talking about with these storms. And the severe threat continues further south as well. So getting over towards Tappahannock, seeing a nasty storm probably moving through in about the next half an hour. If you're over here towards southern parts of Westmoreland County, Richmond County, Lancaster, or Northumberland, do be weather aware that you could be looking at some nasty weather moving in here over the next hour and a half to 2.5 hours. But right now, the main focal point will be for parts of Charles County down here near parts of King George and northern parts of Westmoreland County as these storms continue to push eastward. So stay aware, and we will continue to track these storms as they push eastward. By and large, this is really going to be our severe threat. The severe thunderstorm watch has been canceled back up to the west where these storms have already pushed through. I think we will see additional rounds of rain overnight tonight before a little bit of clearing tomorrow morning. But then we're going to re-usher in the idea of some rain showers and maybe some scattered thunderstorms again for the day tomorrow, anytime after 3 o'clock. So we've been doing this a lot this week with such the high heat and humidity that we've seen, really priming the atmosphere to potentially see some nasty weather in the afternoon and evening hours. I don't want to forget about our friends up north. We have a nasty thunderstorm here moving through parts of Anne Arundel County, northern parts of Calvert County. This severe thunderstorm warning, or the warnings, will expire here, or they're set to expire here probably by about 7 o'clock or so. Really seeing some of the worst of it push through Lothian, Harwood, and eventually getting on over towards Shadyside, Tracy's Landing here, near Fairhaven, Deal, right here, right up along parts of the Middle Bay, Galesville, all of these areas probably seeing some nasty weather. And with the latest radar update, we can definitely see some nasty weather pushing into Tracy's Landing. Additional areas of heavy rain pushing through Brandywine and Baden, potentially getting over towards Lower Marlborough and Huntingtown over the next hour or so. So you're going to want to stay weather aware. These are nasty thunderstorms, especially this complex here to the south that continues to push eastward. Plenty of lightning with it, and I'm sure we'll probably continue to get updates on this storm producing damage as it continues to push eastward. We do have a report with this thunderstorm producing a sustained wind up to 52 miles an hour just off the Quantico coastline there in parts of Prince William County as this storm moved through. Some of the worst of it now beginning to work into parts of King George and Charles County, and we're really going to watch all of this push to the east. Earlier we were talking about how these two lines really weren't connected at all, so that could maybe lead to an issue where we see the storm split around us. That line is kind of filled in now. We can see that right through here, so I think many of us should at least be aware of the potential to see some nasty weather over the next little bit, and I definitely think parts of St. Mary's and Calvert County, I would be weather aware that these nasty storms can move through over the next hour or so. So stay weather aware and stay with JB Weather for the latest, of course. Yeah, I see Mary seeing lightning like crazy with downpours in parts of Colonial Beach, and really in Colonial Beach, you're probably getting some of the worst of this storm as it pushes through King George into parts of Colonial Beach, south of Dahlgren, and this will be moving through that southern part of Charles County here, Newburgh, Swan Point, Cobb Island, Morgantown, Mount Victoria, Tompkinsville, all of these areas here are going to start seeing some nasty weather over the next little bit. I'm sure you can see the dark skies and the lightning out in the distance. Bill Alton, Islands Fresh, Port Tobacco getting in on some nasty weather over here towards Nanjemoyne and Welcome. And again, these thunderstorms are putting down lots of rain as well. Over the last little bit, these thunderstorms, let me turn off the lightning quick, radar is estimating has dropped up near an inch to an inch and a half of rain as these storms have pushed in, and we're seeing closer to 2 inches in parts of Westmoreland County with these storms. So these storms definitely do mean business as they continue to work further to the east. Linda saying Westmoreland is getting hit really hard, lots of lightning, especially up there for parts of northern Westmoreland County from about Montrose Points north, but southern parts of Westmoreland County, you're going to get in on some nasty weather as well that's getting ready to push into Tappahannock and eventually your neck of the woods in about the next hour and a half. See, power's flickering every 5 minutes in Nanjemoyne. By the time I reload Netflix, it turns off and back on again. The struggle is real. I will check quickly to see if we have any new... Actually, what I want to do is see if I can't just come back over here to this scene, because it's a nice one to watch play out. And this is a look over here towards 301, but these storms are getting to push in. This is near the Newburgh area, and over there close to Morgantown. And you can see the gusty winds with the trees kind of moving back and forth there, the frequent lightning here, the dark skies. You can see the heavy rain off in the distance as these storms continue to push in. And this is all a part of that same complex that's moving through the northern neck, moving through the Fredericksburg area, moving into parts of King George and Westmoreland counties, now moving into parts of Charles County, getting near the Potomac River here. And yeah, I mean, this is just an interesting scene to watch play out, as we can see plenty of lightning with these storms as they continue to push on in. I do, again, want to take a quick look to see if we have any updates with really kind of organized power outages across our region. And let me load that up. Head over to the SMECO website here. I don't know if we have necessarily anything that like an organized outage. About 100 customers are without power right now over towards parts of Nanjemoy. And I'm sure that's probably related to the storms, but we don't have mass power outages right now in parts of Charles County. Granted, I wouldn't be surprised to see them down here towards parts of King George and Westmoreland County. Again, plenty of lightning with these storms, which I think is really important to note here, all this lightning. And yeah, Theresa saying the power is indeed out where she is in King George County. Let's see, Caroline County got it bad. Ripped my daughter's yard and garden all up. And Theresa down there towards King George County. Yeah, Caroline County down here, Bowling Green. For those of you that don't know, that would be where King's Dominion is. As these storms push through, I mean, they're producing plenty of not just lightning, but gusty winds and heavy rain as well. What about the timing for California? I would be prepared for something to maybe move into kind of this part of St. Mary's County here, Leonardtown, California, Hollywood, this region, probably over the next hour or so. I'd be weather aware, probably a little bit closer to 7:30, 7:45 to start seeing some rain and some nasty weather move in. But I'm sure you could probably hear the thunder off in the distance. And as this gets closer, I'm sure you'll be able to definitely pick up on that. And I do see Marissa saying Dunkirk is pretty dark. Coming back up to the north here, because that isn't the only storm we're dealing with. We have this nasty storm that's moving through Anne Arundel County, getting ready to cross the bay here in a parts of Talbot and Queen Anne's County, I believe that is. But this line also does extend through parts of PG County. Dunkirk, you're seeing some rain right now, but this additional rain with a decent amount of lightning as well, getting ready to move here in parts of southern PG County. Parts of Charles County has already moved through Waldorf, getting in towards Bryantown, Aquasco, eventually getting here towards Lower Marlboro, Huntingtown, Prince Frederick, Willows. This region going to see some rain from this, and then the worst part of this storm generally going to be heading off here to the east. I do want to bring up a different radar source quickly as I let this bad boy reset a little bit so we can get some timing loaded up on this. What you will be able to notice on this radar is that I have storm reports loaded up here, and we are getting several reports of winds, confirmed winds upwards of 45 to 50 miles an hour with this, and then on up towards the north we have plenty of those wind gusts as well as these storms continue here to push to the east. I'm going to switch gears now and come back over here. And now that this has reloaded, let's go ahead and see if we can get a track loaded up on this, and we now can. So if we were to take, that's not the entire track I wanted to draw, if we take the worst part of this storm, push it off here to the east at around 20-ish miles an hour. This isn't moving all that fast. This gives you a general idea of estimated storm arrival times here for you. So pushing into Newburgh right around now, pushing into Hughesville by about 7:07, on over toward Charlotte Hall, Mechanicsville, Chapchico here between about 7:10, 7:20, down towards Leonardtown probably by about 7:30 or so. And really, if we were to hone in on what I would think is probably the worst part of this storm here, which is going to be right through here, pushing eastward at about 20 miles an hour. This is going to put it into Cobb Island here by about 6:56. You're seeing the heavy rain now, but it's going to get a little worse there for you. Pushing into Chapchico by about 7:10, Mechanicsville 7:20, Leonardtown 7:30, Hollywood potentially by about 7:45, maybe getting on over towards the Piney Point area, eventually closer towards 8 o'clock or so. But these are going to be some nasty storms that are pushing through with heavy rain and a lot of lightning. And that's definitely been the theme so far this summer with the storms we see fire up. They are producing plenty of lightning. Let's see. So I start with California. Let's see. When should this begin to move out of the La Plata area? The worst of it will probably move out in about the next 20 minutes, but you have some rain behind it, so it's probably going to continue to rain for about the next 1 or 2 hours, it looks like, but the worst of this should push out probably in about the next 15 or 20 minutes there for you in La Plata. And yeah, Lisa's saying that she can hear the thunder on over towards California, and that's what Catherine's saying as well. Yeah, Arlene's saying in Westmoreland County, it is raining so hard you can't see. And yeah, with these storms, especially like in northern parts of Westmoreland County here, seeing lots of rain. This is a strong storm moving through that area. We have hail in King George County at Hanover Church. And thank you. I appreciate the comment, Elise. Tina's saying it's dark over towards Prince Frederick and lots of thunder, Elizabeth reports, on over towards Bryan's Road. Bryan's Road, you're beginning to see this kind of wind down a little bit. You're probably still hearing the residual thunder as the storm continues to push eastward. You should be good, though. Prince Frederick, though, you're going to see the northern part of this line really push in here over the next little bit as it continues, it looks like, to really kind of hold on to its structure here. If we were to track this entire line here, let's see, there we go, and we were to push this at about 20-ish miles an hour. Again, this is not a fast-moving storm at all, or a fast-moving line of storms. This would be kind of an idea of different storm timing here for you. This little box here only kind of shows the, I think that's maybe the 10 or 12 biggest towns within the track, but moving into Prince Frederick here in about the next 25 minutes or so. Loveville on over towards parts of the Chaptico area, just north of Leonardtown here, over the next 30 minutes. Callaway in about the next hour or so, getting on over towards Hollywood in again about the next 45 minutes to an hour, and really pushing in here. Continuing on over towards parts of Prince Frederick, 20 minutes or so. Chesapeake Beach just about now. So stay weather aware. These are going to be nasty storms, and I'm sure at this point, I'm sure that our, oh yeah, I want to come over here, take this shot. This is look at that same 301 camera. You can see just how strong these storms are. This is really kind of in the heart of these storms, where they are. This is going to be the 301 bridge here going into Newburgh. You can see the heavy rain. You can see the gusty winds, the frequent lightning with this, and yeah, you can see a couple of cars here actually kind of pulled over here with their flashers, choosing not to go over the bridge, which I would be one of them, so I definitely wouldn't want to drive. Oh, you can see just all the lightning here with these storms. Yeah, driving across the Harry Nice Bridge right now, that's going to be a struggle, so we're going to really watch this. Julian wants to know if we have any twisting or tornado-like clouds. That's not going to be a big risk today. I haven't noted that at all with any of our thunderstorms. I'll double-check quickly, but I'm really not noting a whole lot of rotation with these storms today. Chrissy's saying it's rocking on over towards the Plata. Lord, she loves a good storm. So do I. Whenever we get the thunderstorms, and I'm just like a weather nerd, so I love it. I go out onto the balcony and just kind of watch the storms roll on in. But yeah, this is a pretty nasty storm that's pushing in, and this is going to continue to roll on through, bringing some pretty some nasty weather. And you could actually, with that latest bolt of lightning, you could almost just about see that bolt as it kind of came through. But the worst of this storm, because these aren't moving super quick, if you hear a siren behind me, it's the train that I now live in front of coming through, so my apologies with that. These thunderstorms are probably going to bring nasty weather for an extended period, probably 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes or so, once you get caught underneath these thunderstorms as they continue to push out here to the east. And you could just see these storms really coming together, really forming a nice coherent line here, continuing to push eastward. So from literally southern parts of Anne Arundel County, PG County, Charles County, into King George and Westmoreland County, pushing eastward, and they're starting to kind of surround almost Calvert and St. Mary's counties. And I would assume we're probably going to get a new warning here for parts of Calvert County here near Huntingtown and Prince Frederick soon with this strengthening storm here. I want to take a look. I want to see if we can't just bring up our wind potential here. See if that'll load. Yeah, radar is noting some really gnarly winds coming across the Potomac River here near Newburgh, upwards of 65 to 70 miles an hour, getting right into Morgantown, Newburgh. So prepare for that. Swan Point and Mount Victoria, this is right on your doorstep, and this will move across the Wicomico River here over towards Wicomico Shores, Maddox over the next little bit in Chaptico. Yeah, where you get these brighter colors, that would be indicative of some of the stronger winds here. And we can note that here as well towards Dentsville. What looks to be severe winds through parts of southern PG County near Baden, getting near 65 miles an hour. And then getting over towards the Dunkirk and southern parts of Anne Arundel County as well. So these storms are very nasty. And they're going to continue to really move through the region over the next hour or two. I think we're going to continue to watch these storms push through, and you can see over the last hour how they've continued to push out here towards the east, how they've kind of congealed into one bent line almost, which will kind of enhance the threat for a little bit of straight line wind damage with these storms as well when we get these linear segments like this. So stay aware as these push on in. I think you're probably going to get in on some nasty weather actually. If we can zoom in here. This is going to be the Charlotte Hall, Hughesville, Benedict, Golden Beach, Mechanicsville area. You can see this nice little pocket of heavier rain, probably a little bit of hail with that too, probably pea-sized hail with some decent lightning pushing into this region. So the Route 6 area, 231, Route 5 here. Any interest here, you're going to see some nasty weather probably pushing over the next 5 to 10 minutes. I'm sure you can see the dark skies, and I'm sure you can probably see the or hear the lightning off into the distance. But this is just some really heavy rain pushing in here towards the Newburgh area. I want to see if on our traffic cameras I can't just get a better look at these storms, kind of what they're producing. That one camera just about shows everything, so we're going to leave that alone. I want to see if we can't just pick up on this potentially on over towards, if we take a look at our Leonardtown camera, what you can see off in the distance, so this would be 5 at 243. You can see the darkening of the clouds back here. This would be facing out here towards parts of Virginia, like way off in the distance. You can see the dark skies beginning to push in over there with these storms that are pushing in, and that's in Leonardtown, so that'll be pushing in to Leonardtown here not too long from now. And if we can kind of zoom out a little bit, because I want to make sure I'm focusing on all parts of this storm. The northern warning just got canceled. But if you're in Chesapeake Beach, North Beach over here near Sunderland, the 2-4 split, 260 here coming right into the beaches, Randall Cliff Beach, 261 here, up into Rosehaven as well. This is going to be a nasty storm that's pushing in as well. So heavy rain. Lightning isn't as bad as the southern part of this line, but that's because the southern part of this line has really bad lightning. So you're going to hear some thunder with this as well, and also pushing here in the lower Marlboro. This will be pushing onto Route 4 here in northern parts of Calvert County about the next 15 minutes or so. So anyone with any kind of travel interest this evening, stay aware. We've passed the afternoon rush hour just about now that we sit around 7 o'clock. But for those of you still out traveling, trying to get to a dinner maybe, I know I would imagine on a warm day like today, the coastal areas are probably going to be pretty packed. So if you're headed down towards, let's say, like Sandgate, Clark's Landing, on over towards Solomon's, and down there towards southern parts of Calvert and St. Mary's County, you probably see the dark skies off in the distance, but these are going to be pushing into your region here over the next hour or hour and a half or so. So this will definitely be something to watch. We have no warnings outside of this one right now. Again, I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe 1 or 2 warnings get issued as this line pushes off to the east for the rest of Calvert and St. Mary's counties. So I would expect that here eventually. Tiffany wants to know if there are any tornado warnings or watches. There are none. You can see the on the legend up here, any pink polygon would be a tornado warning. Any orange polygon, like the ones we have out here, those are going to be your severe thunderstorm warnings. The yellow shaded area, that is a severe thunderstorm watch. So no tornado watches, no tornado warnings at the present moment. Let's see. Christine says she's in Chesapeake Beach. I've heard thunder for about an hour, but finally looks like the storms are arriving. Yeah, over here, if we kind of come in here to Chesapeake Beach, you can kind of see how these storms have just kind of stayed around you over the last hour or so. But now they're finally beginning to push in from the west. So what's over here towards Lower Marble will begin to push into your region finally over the next little bit. Yes, pitch black on over towards Charlotte Hall, but again, we have no tornado warning, so do not worry about that. A tornado warning would be indicated here by a pink polygon. So we don't see any of those on the map, which means we do not have any tornado warnings at the present time. Teresa wants to know how it is in DC up there for the game. And Teresa, I assume you're talking about the Nats game, and I believe they're in a I don't even know who they're in a series against. I've totally tuned out from the Nationals since the massive trade, what was that, last week or the week before. We're beginning to clear up here in DC. I do know that the Nationals game is in a rain delay right now. I don't think they've canceled it yet. And in DC, there should begin to be some clearing probably in about 45 minutes or an hour or so. James wants to know how bad it'll get on over towards the Clements area. So Clements out here in parts of St. Mary's County. You can see it here on the map. Not much going on at the moment, I'm sure, but you can see the dark skies and hear the thunder. You'll see a decent storm. Plenty of lightning with this storm as it pushes into Charles County, and this will be moving in probably in about the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. Is the worst over for the plate? Just about. The worst of it is over. You're probably still seeing some moderate rain and some lightning, but things will begin to calm down in about a half hour or so. And Teresa, let your husband know. I said, thank you for your service. That's probably the only way I would go to a game right now. Like, I'm an all-out Nationals fan, but right now, it's trying me. But I guess that should be kind of common ground for being a DC sports fan. Melissa wants to know what the forecast is for tomorrow. I actually have not yet put together an updated forecast for tomorrow, seeing as I've been busy with this. But my forecast from yesterday for tomorrow still holds very much the same as if I were to do an update right now. You're going to be looking at rain overnight tonight. We could be looking at scattered showers, maybe even a scattered thunderstorm right around 2 or 3 o'clock this overnight tonight, with some gradual clearing by morning. But then we're going to see scattered showers and thunderstorms come back into the picture probably by about 2 or 3 o'clock. And I want to see actually if I can't just get one of our models up. And actually what I want to do while I do that is also show the Smeco page, because now we are beginning to get some outages. So let me get that together. I'm going to pop on over here first. And now I want to come on over here. Here on the Smeco website, you can see we're talking about close to 1,000 customers without power. But really kind of the focal point here is going to be the Shiloh, Mount Victoria, Tompkinsville area, Morgantown, Newburgh. Right now we have about over 600 customers without power. And I'm almost positive that's probably directly due to these thunderstorms that are pushing in. So in St. Mary's County, get ready. This is what these thunderstorms are causing on out here. This is a look at one of our raw model data. So this isn't the prettier version that you're probably used to me posting. This is kind of like the raw stuff. So a little bit behind the scenes. You can see where Southern Maryland is down here. So if I were to push this forward here, so this would be early tomorrow morning. We're not looking at much going on by about 9 o'clock, but what you'll see by the evening is scattered showers and thunderstorms. This would be right around 5 o'clock, begin to kind of occur again. And we can actually see some nasty weather down here through parts of southeastern Virginia. We'll see if that squeezes up into our region. But that kind of continues throughout the evening with eventual clearing here by the night. In total, this model, it looks a little bit splotchy, but this would be a general 1 to 2 inches of rain possible with these tomorrow. So that would be a look at what tomorrow's forecast looks like. That's some of the stuff I look at. Because to get the Futurecast loaded up over here, that's a whole process that we do not have time for at the moment. But yeah, we have nasty weather. Really, it kind of looks like the core part of this. Moving just south of moving through Aquasco, just south of Baden, moving into Lower Marble here, right up along the Potomac River, moving into Hughesville, moving into just south of Bryantown, getting into Charlotte Hall, and down here near Newport and Mount Victoria. Victoria as it continues to push further to the east. So northern parts of St. Mary's County, Mechanicsville, Morganza, Clements, Leonardtown, Colton's Point. Be ready for a nasty thunderstorm, and now we're looking at some nasty weather pushing now into parts of Huntingtown, Lower Marlboro, just north of Prince Frederick. So be aware on up here for additional areas of heavy rain. Let's see. So lots of wind, thunder, and lightning in Dunkirk. And I will say, if you see me looking over this way, this way, that's me looking at my other screen that allows me to see your comments. So I'm not purposely trying not to look at the camera. Thundering and windy as S in Clements. Felt like I was standing in a hurricane. Yeah, Clements. Yeah, you're starting to see some nasty weather push in now. Crazy light show over in La Plata. And a nasty storm in Charlotte Hall. Lots of lightning. And thank you for the kind comment, Laura. I appreciate that. Let's see. The winds are gusting severe Mechanicsville in the Chaptico area off of Baptist Church Road. Yeah, on up here, northern parts of St. Mary's County, you're really going to see some nasty weather pushing. You know the Wycomico Shores area here at 236 and over here towards 234. This region, probably going to see some nasty weather here in about the next 5 minutes. And as we thought would happen, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect. I love when I call these things because it doesn't happen often, but it's awesome when it does. So brand new severe thunderstorm warning now for parts of St. Mary's and Calvert County. So I need to go ahead and get this updated on over towards our social media platform. So do bear with me while I get that posted. I will try to talk through that though. But I will preface that I am not the best at multitasking. But this is going to be a brand new severe thunderstorm warning now in effect until 8 o'clock for southern Calvert County, central parts of central parts of St. Mary's County. So let me get this posted up. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, so let's get that posted up towards Facebook and Twitter now that I have the text written. Then we will take a moment here and kind of dissect this storm for you here. Edit. So this is going to be for southern Calvert County, southern Charles County, and central St. Mary's counties until 8 p.m. We'll paste that, add the image, and we will save. And then we will kind of come here live and talk about this a little bit more in depth here for you. There we go. So let's get the warning text again. Severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern St. Mary, southeastern Calvert, and south central Charles County until 8 o'clock. At 7:07, a severe thunderstorm was located near Leonardtown. Granted, I think a better point to kind of reference here would be the Chaptico area, and was moving east at about 35 miles an hour. So main hazards here are going to be frequent lightning, heavy rain, and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. With this storm, damaging winds will cause some trees and large branches to fall, and this could enter those outdoors. And my apologies once again, I hear a siren from a train that I now live in front of moving through, so my apologies if you hear that. Roadways could become blocked by downed trees. Localized power outages with this are going to be possible, and unsecured light objects may become projectiles. So locations impacted include, but are not limited to, the Chesapeake Ranch Estates, Leonardtown, Cocold Creek, Calvert Cliffs, Greenwell State Park, St. Leonard Creek, Town Creek, Flag Harbor, California, Lesby, St. Leonard, Hollywood, Drum Point, Long Beach, Mechanicsville, Calvert Beach, Bushwood, Clements, Chaptico, and Sandgates. And we do now have another severe thunderstorm warning in effect for parts of our region, so I will need to go ahead and get that updated. So my apologies for the next minute, in which I'm not going to be talking a whole bunch. But like we were talking about a little bit ago, We were expecting warnings for the rest of Calvert County, and we indeed, sure enough, have seen that kind of come to fruition here with these storms. So this is going to be for northern parts of Calvert County, parts of St. Mary's and Charles County, along with PG County. I want to edit this. Moving east at 35 miles an hour. Hazards include heavy rain, frequent lightning, and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Alright, now we'll get you the latest information on this northern warning here as soon as I can update the Facebook post. What we can say is that for all the areas here shaded in orange, and I will quickly kind of zoom out a little bit, all the areas shaded in orange are currently under severe thunderstorm warnings. They vary a little bit in timing, but our northernmost warning that we just got in goes until 7:45. Eastern Charles and southern Prince George's County, and northern St. Mary's. Alright, so we will see that we'll come back in here to radar. So, again, severe thunderstorm warning for south central Anne Arundel County, northwestern St. Mary's, central Calvert County, southeastern PG County, and eastern Charles County until 7:45. At 7:10, severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from Chesapeake Beach to near Howling Point, moving east at about 35 miles an hour. With this storm, damaging winds will cause trees and large branches to fall, and that can injure those outdoors, as well as damage homes and vehicles, and roadways could become blocked by those downed trees. Localized power outages are possible. So locations impacted for our northern storm are going to include Chesapeake Beach, Prince Frederick, Howling Point, Breezy Point, Sheridan Point, Golden Beach, Dunkirk, St. Leonard, Huntingtown, Hughesville, Owings, Baden, Mechanicsville, Charlotte Hall, Aquasco, Calvert Beach, Benedict, Eagle Harbor, Lower Marble, and Barstow. So really much of the region right now is under the severe thunderstorm warning. And what I will do is try to get an idea of timing here for you. We're going to use our tracking tool here to kind of highlight the worst parts of this storm. And we're pushing east at about 35 miles an hour, which is some good news. These storms are beginning to pick up a little bit in steam. So this would be a general look at timing here for you of the worst of this. So pushing into Golden Beach just about now, moving into Hollywood and Lexington Park right around 7:30, 7:35, on over towards Lusby and Drum Point by about 7:40, on over towards Cove Point around the same time frame. Prince Frederick, and on over here towards Port Republic in about the next 10 to 15 minutes. Long Beach as well in about 15 minutes or so. Hollywood in about 15 minutes. Leonardtown right around now, really, especially here for the southern parts of Leonardtown. Down here near Colton's Point, White Point Beach, Compton, these regions here right up along the Breton Bay, St. Clements, I believe that's St. Clements Bay. Callaway pushing in about the next 15 minutes or so. Valley Lee in about the next 15 to 20. Park Hall in about the next 20 minutes or so. So all of these are going to be areas that we're going to be looking at for some nasty storms to be pushing in over the next little bit. We have a lot of lightning with this line of storms. Upwards of 300 to 400 strikes of lightning. Now really kind of focused throughout the line. So we have a nasty line in the southern part of the line. I don't want to forget either. Pushing into parts of Westmoreland County on over towards Richmond County. This will be pushing into the Wiles area and eventually down here towards Heathsville and Louisetta probably in about the next half hour. And then this should stay north of Lancaster, Virginia. But we have heavy rain pushing through Avenue and Colton's Point. That'll be moving into Leonardtown here. Heavy rain on over towards Chappaquiddick with a decent amount of lightning, as well as Morganza here, pushing eastward towards Hollywood and eventually towards the Patuxent River in southern parts of Calvert County. And the northern part of this line, the heaviest rain really not pushing into Chesapeake Beach on over here towards Huntingtown. This will be moving in towards Randall Cliff Point, Willows, Prince Frederick, Deers Beach, 263 here over the next little bit. And heavy rain pushing into Hughesville, Charlotte Hall, and Golden Beach as well. So you can kind of see where all of this is continuing to push eastward here over the next little bit. See if we have any new, well, we have plenty of comments, but see what they are. No power Newberg, and we did note that just a little bit ago, and I actually want to come back over towards Smeko. See, we don't have a whole bunch of new outages from when we last spoke. I do want to take a look, though, at some of our traffic cameras, see what they're able to show us here. I'm not seeing much going on where they are. This one camera might be able to show us a little bit of something. This is going to be our Benedict camera out here. This is going to be 231 as you cross from Benedict. This is where it is pointing towards Prince Frederick. You can see plenty of flashes of lightning. You can see the camera itself jumping around with the winds. We're not really noting a lot of heavy rain with this vantage point, but you can just see kind of back here off in the distance how it's a little grayed out. That would be indicative of that heavy rain and plenty of lightning right now with these storms. I will see if we have any other good vantage points on these storms pushing into the region. Not really seeing any at the moment. Yeah, not really. If we take a look here, this would be 301 facing northbound. You can see where the dark skies are. Storms have already moved through here, so not the best vantage point, but that does give you an idea. And with what we're talking about, you can see plenty of lightning here that's pushed through the Newbury area, pushing into Chapter into Clemens, down towards Avenue. With the newest radar scan, we can actually see that now pushing into parts of Leonardtown here. I do want to come back over here, see if we can get an update with our wind potential with the storm. Let that update as well, because I think this is just a couple of seconds behind what the rest of our radar products are. Mary says it's starting to get dark on over towards Prince Frederick, and Margie's saying it's just started outside of Prince Frederick, and high winds on over towards St. Leonard. And I don't think this is going to want to update, which is fine. But we are seeing, plenty of lightning here in northern parts of Calvert County. This is really going to be right here up along Route 4, pushing through Huntingtown, Kings Landing, Lower Marlboro. Seeing plenty of heavy rain out here towards Chesapeake Beach. Getting close towards Willows, in towards the Prince Frederick and Deers Beach area. Down here towards the Oakville, Leonardtown, and Hollywood areas, starting to see some of that heavy rain. So any interest out here up along the Patuxent River, if you're out eating dinner tonight down towards Solomon's, on over towards Town Creek, on over here towards Sandgates, through parts of the Patuxent River, Myrtle Point would be an area. Be aware, I'm sure you can see the dark skies off in the distance, especially if you're eating outside. You're going to want to start to maybe ask your reader if you can move inside or something as these storms push in, because they're really going to push through with not only heavy rain, but gusty winds up towards 60 to 70 miles an hour, and frequent lightning as well. Southern parts of St. Mary's County aren't included in this warning. Callaway, Park Hall, Tull Timber, St. Indigo, Scotland. You're not included in this warning right now, but you too will see nasty weather. We have strong storms pushing through Lyles and Erica right now, getting on over here towards, I believe this is the Coles Point area, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. This will be moving through the rest of Westmoreland County, crossing the Potomac here, getting on over towards parts of southern St. Mary's County. This will be pushing over towards St. Mary's River here over the next little bit, probably about the next 20-30 minutes or so. Kathy's saying that it's pouring with high winds over here towards Hollywood. My guess is you're probably a little bit closer towards Oakville, given the way radar looks at the moment. Yeah, Hollywood is getting crazy winds and it's starting to rain, according to Celestial. I like the name a lot. Oh, yeah, plenty of comments. Yeah, everyone is letting me know. Yeah, where you are, please keep the storm reports coming in. It definitely helps to get an idea of these storms. Nasty weather really across the region, but we're really kind of starting to note uptick here in parts of northern Calvert County here. This would be through parts of Huntingtown here, really starting to get in on some of the heaviest rain at the moment, with lots of lightning as well. So this is going to be on up here, getting on over towards the Pondswood area, Pondswood Drive, or Pondswood Road, actually, I think that is. On over towards Huntingtown Road, getting over towards Capitol Hill Lane. Cox Road. This region right now seeing some of the heaviest rain, and with our newest radar scan, we have heavy rain really starting to focus in on over towards Deers Beach Road right there in parts of Prince Frederick or so. We'll get that update here in about the next 20 seconds. With heavy rain now also pushing into Benedict and Golden Beach. These areas, let me see if I can't just get some updated labels here. This is going to be right up along Bay Drive on over towards Lee Road, that area, really starting to see some nasty weather, getting on over towards Barstow as well. So this is going to be on over towards Sixes Road as well. And then we'll just kind of touch in one last area down here towards Leonardtown, where you're seeing some nasty weather here. You're getting in on it down here towards Breton Beach Road, on over towards Port Place, Newtown Neck Road, Oakley Road, and I believe that was Colton Point Road. So all of these areas right now seeing some of the nasty weather pushing in. And you're really going to note probably here in California, Lexington Park, things kind of go downhill pretty quickly. Once the storm moves in, it will definitely kind of move in all of a sudden. Leonardtown camera isn't showing much at the present time. Not seeing much with our Benedict camera either. I would suspect, though, as we take a look at some of our other cameras, we'll be able to see the dark clouds off in the distance. You can almost kind of see that here with our Thomas Johnson Bridge camera. Let me take you on over here. You can see, and it's a little hard to see given the vantage point here, and it looks very dark, and I'm sure it probably is with the storms pushing in. But you can see kind of these trees over here towards Town Creek moving all around. And up in the top left-hand corner, at least it is the top left-hand corner for me where my cursor is, you can see some of the darkening skies, darkening clouds begin to push on over towards that region. What I will do is take another look over towards our SMECO website, see if we have any new reports with outages. Right now we have a nice clustering of outages over here towards the Newburgh area. We have additional outages over towards Chaptico and Morganza. Right now we're showing right around 1,000 customers or so without power, and all of this is going to be directly due to these storms that are pushing into these areas. And I see Scott is saying that the power is flickering in and out over towards California and on over towards Cedar Grove. Winds and rain starting to subside in Mechanicsville and Chaptico for Baptist Church Road. Hope it's not the calm before the storm. And you're actually probably going to start to see things kind of ease up a little bit over towards Chaptico and Mechanicsville, as the worst of this is now lining itself really through parts of through parts of Calvert County right now. I will take a quick look at our velocity scan because one of our skits just kind of freaked out a little bit. Yeah, so we're not really noting the potential of a tornado at all right now, but we are seeing plenty of lightning with this storm as it crosses Route 4. So I'm sure if you're traveling or know someone traveling or live off of Route 4 in Huntingtown, Prince Frederick, Port Republic, St. Leonard, you're seeing nasty weather push in. And then the secondary area here are going to be pushing into Leonardtown. Our updated with this warning that just came in, you saw that update just now. They've trimmed that severe thunderstorm warning back from Chaptico, back from southern parts of Charles County. So this line continues to push eastward. But they will continue the severe thunderstorm warning for central St. Mary's and southern Calvert County until, I believe this is 7:45. 8 o'clock actually. Severe thunderstorms were located over Greenville State Park, which I think is a little bit out ahead of where this actually is. It looks like the worst of this right now is moving into Leonardtown and Hollywood. Moving east at 35 miles an hour. Main hazards, again, 60 to 70 mile an hour winds, frequent lightning, flooding rain with these. Locations impacted include but are not limited to the Chesapeake Ranch Estates, Leonardtown, Cuckold Creek, Calvert Cliffs, Greenville State Park, St. Leonard Creek, Town Creek, Flag Harbor, California, Lusby, St. Leonard, Hollywood, Drum Point, Long Beach, Mechanicsville, Calvert Beach, Sandgates, Sauderley, Loveville, and Morganza. Again, this is moving to the east here at about 35 miles an hour. So if you're over here towards Town Creek, California, Solomons, the Chesapeake Ranch Estates, Lusby, expect for this to begin to move in probably over the next 15 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes. You can probably see the darkening skies on out that way right now. see if those traffic cameras aren't showing a little bit more right now as these storms begin to push in. Yeah, you can see as we take a look at the Leonardtown camera right now. Let me pop you on over here. You can see really good, the heavy rain with it. You can see lightning as well. We have some gusty winds with this as well right now as these storms continue to push out here towards the east. I want to see if our Thomas Johnson bridge camera can show these storms beginning to push in out that way. They might not be able to, and that's not loading quick enough, so we're going to leave it alone. But yeah, heavy rain right now. Oof, really kind of focused here in Prince Frederick here near Dares Beach. So this would be right up along, I believe this is Dares Beach Road, so this would be near the Calvert High School over here, back behind Route 4. And then another area heavy rain getting through Port Republic, North of Mutual, getting near St. Leonard, Calvert, and Long Beaches as well. Beginning to see some of the rain push in. You'll start to see the rain pushing, again, right here in Leonardtown right now, getting into Hollywood as well. On over towards Myrtle Point, Greenwell State Park, Sandgates, all of these areas here as we continue to push this off towards the east into California. Callaway is starting to see some nasty weather as storms begin to push through parts of Westmoreland County here. Crossing the Potomac River, getting into the Potomac River, then eventually southern parts of St. Mary's County. Back behind this line, though, we can kind of zoom out a little bit. We're not seeing much. We have a couple storms out towards West Virginia, and we have rain that will accompany the our line of storms behind it. That rain won't be severe, kind of what we see out here near the D.C. area, northern parts of Virginia. This will swing through, so we'll probably see rainfall for about the next 1 to 2 hours once you see storms kind of on set for you. Then we should begin to clear up by morning tomorrow. So scattered rain showers will be possible throughout the rest of tonight as we head into tomorrow morning. Or early tomorrow morning, probably about like 3 or 4 o'clock. Then we begin to see some clearing. But plenty of lightning strikes with this line of storms that's pushing in here. And we really have all day kind of been noting this potential for thunderstorms to be pushing into the region over the next little bit. But the severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled for areas northwest of I-95, really kind of demonstrating how the threat here is really just going to be for really right up along this line or so. But we do have plenty of reports coming in of winds gusting upwards of 62 to 63 miles an hour just off of Morgantown there in parts of the Potomac River. Wind gusts upwards of 41 miles an hour just off of Oakley near parts of the Potomac River as well. So these storms will continue to kind of march eastward. They are beginning to pick up in steam, which is good, but we are noting the heaviest rain right now in parts of central Calvert County. So Prince Frederick, Port Republic, getting over there near the near our Bayside locations as well, getting into St. Leonard as well, with additional areas of heavy rain. Leonardtown beginning to push on over towards Hollywood and California, and they should continue to push eastward here over the next 15, 20, 30 minutes or so. And I would definitely expect that. So let's go ahead and see what some of your comments are, because I'm starting to talk myself to death. So let me see what a lot of you are reporting right now. Let me kind of scroll up a little bit. Scott, and I'm not sure when you said this, but winds are beginning to pick up on over towards Cedar Cove at Gate 3 there. Lights are flickering, and there's lightning in Leonardtown. Lots of lightning in Leonardtown. Yeah, we can see that they are on radar there for you. Power's out in Hollywood, according to Stephanie, where she is. Power's out in California. Let me see if we have an update here on the SMECO website with power outages. This update was at 7:13, so we should be getting a new one here pretty soon, I'd imagine. And sure enough, we do. And now we are up near 6,300 customers without power at the moment. So let me go ahead and switch gears here on over to the SMECO website. So yeah, we're noting upwards of 6,300 customers without power. So if we can zoom in, see some of these areas, see if the actual outages will show up. It doesn't look like they want to, so we will do this by zip code. So it looks, yeah, right here in Hollywood. Yeah, this is going to be one of our bigger outages here. Outages continue on over towards Newburgh and the California area as well, as these nasty storms continue to push on in. Let's see, Kirsten saying dark and heavy winds over towards Lesby. Lights out, Medley's neck, tons of lighting. Thank you for that, Dreama. Power keeps going out and coming back on in Charlotte Hall. Yeah, lightning and Avenue like every 5 seconds, yeah. And now over towards Avenue, you should begin to see things kind of clear up a little bit, lessen a little bit, as really the heaviest rain starts to focus here towards Leonardtown. But we are seeing heavy rain that's pushed through St. Leonard, Long Beach, Copper Beach, Prince Frederick. It's still kind of focusing here on Prince Frederick and Dares Beach. But now this is going to continue to push eastward there for you. Yeah, so lots of the same across the region. This is really going to be the main corridor storms here, extending really right up on the basehead here in Calvert County from about Chesapeake Beach down through Dares Beach, down through St. Leonard, then kind of crossing through White Sands down towards Hollywood, Leonardtown, down there near White Point Beach. All of these areas going to continue to see some of the heaviest rain. And I'm sure now you're starting to see some nasty weather push into California, Town Creek, all of these different areas here. Let's get an updated high-res scan. And that wouldn't be the most recent scan. This would be as of 7/20. That doesn't want to work. That's fine. You're seeing so much lightning, and yeah, we've definitely been noting that here with the potential with these storms. Just the southern part of the line alone, registering up over 300 strikes of lightning here, really kind of moving through Huntingtown and Dares Beach and Willows, this area right in through here. Now pushing towards the bay. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning up actually for parts of Dorchester County, but we are looking at some of the heaviest rain here through Leonardtown, getting into Hollywood, beginning to push over towards Callaway and Valley Lee out here. I want to kind of pinpoint some of these areas a little bit more in depth. So this would be really right up along Hollywood Road, seeing some nasty weather. So that would be, I believe that is 245. And now we're seeing that on over towards St. Andrew's Church Road as well, getting on over towards Airport Road near Clark's Landing Road, beginning to see some nasty weather push in. Steer Horde Neck Road, and then on over towards Calvert County, seeing some of the nasty weather really right up along Long Beach Drive, as well as Dares Beach Road, Wilson Road as well, Emmanuel Church Road, and as we get up towards Willows, we're going to see this for Plum Point Road, on over towards Tobacco Road, and Bayside Road 261 there going through Willows, as all this continues to push eastward here. So a lot of this is going to continue, I think, probably for the next 15 or 20 minutes. So if you're in Leonardtown, I would expect some clearing probably by about 7:50-ish or so. I would say probably in Solomons and on over towards Lesby, probably going to see some of the worst weather, probably between about 7:40-ish through about probably 8 o'clock or so. And then this will continue down south. Looking at a lot of lightning now over here towards Tall Timbers, Piney Point, and St. George Island, Drayton, Valley Lee. So heads up here as well. The warning is up north, but we're looking at this entire line extending southward. So expect some nasty weather to be pushing in towards Valley Lee. Valley Lee on over towards St. Mary's City here, right up along the St. Mary's River, Great Mills and Park Hall, St. Inigo's, Great Mills, Lexington Park, all of these areas are going to be seeing some nasty weather. And we continue to see some heavy rain push through southern parts of Westmoreland County, Kinsale on over towards Arica, and yeah, with our newest radar scan, we can see, plenty of heavy rain down here towards southern parts of St. Mary's County, Drayton, Valley Lee. Very heavy rain now right up along Leonardtown, St. Andrew's Church Road here on over towards Hollywood Road, getting near 3 Notch Road, and now beginning to push over towards Lesby and White Sands. I would imagine at this point we'll begin to see some of our traffic cameras pick up on some of this heavy rain now. So I do want to see if I can't just bring that up here. Yeah, actually, I want to bring this camera up. I think I have a bookmark here somewhere. I don't know if that was... yeah, I guess that would be it. So let me go ahead, take this full screen, take you all over here. So this would be a look at 235 at 4 south. At least I believe this is 4 south, but this is over here towards California. You can see just right before I switch this over, you could just see a nice bolt of lightning with this as conditions here start to deteriorate a little bit. The heavy rain's beginning to push in, and now, yeah, you could see the lightning just kind of lighten up the screen here as these storms continue to push on in. Latasha wants to know, is this just a thunderstorm or a possible tornado? No tornado threat today, which is good news. Let's see. Thank you, Celestial. Again, I like your name a lot. But thank you for the comment. Power flickering near Gate 3 down towards Lexington Park. Yeah, lightning is crazy. Yeah, with all of these storms I'm talking about, plenty of lightning to go around with it. Definitely no shortage of it here. Some of the worst of it really starts to congeal here in parts of St. Mary's County. So towards Leonardtown and down south again, down here near Valley Lee and Piney Point. So get ready for this up here near southern parts of 235. I don't know if this retains the name 3 Notch Road this far south. I would need someone to let me know that. We're short term towards Hermanville, and I don't even remember if it was still 3 Notch Road south of Lexington Park, so someone can let me know that. But over here towards southern parts of St. Mary's County, you're going to see plenty of lightning and heavy rain as well. So you are definitely not out of the fun here at all. But on over here towards 3 Notch Road in California, Town Creek, Hollywood, on over towards Myrtle Point here, and then back near Leonardtown up along St. Andrew's Church Road. Seeing plenty of heavy rain and lightning. Maybe seeing the powers flickering on over towards Drayton. The downpour started just north of Hollywood. Let's see. Power and internet went out briefly on over towards Hollywood Shores. Yeah, okay, so I normally refer to this just as 235 south of the base. It feels weird for me to see. I'm taking 3 Notch Road all the way down to Ridge, but yeah, okay, so that's what we'll roll with it. Just 235 south of just south of the base. Wind isn't too bad right now, but the winds while the storms were rolling in, gusts were wild. And of course, Chris, and of course, I'll be staying with you all for all of this. Why would I miss this, right? Granted, once these storms are over, I'm going to go make some dinner because I am hungry. But look at all this lightning that's just really right off the coastline here. I mean, you're looking at plenty of lightning up here towards Willows and Prince Frederick, but plenty of lightning with these storms. And if you're over towards, let's say, the Chesapeake Ranch Estates, Drum Point, Solomons, this area here in southern parts of Calvert County, probably saying what's going on. You're going to see a decent storm kind of push in that's moving through Leonardtown right now. Again, we're not talking about the potential for tornadoes with this. The potential today really is just with the heavy rain, gusty winds, and lightning right now. I can take a look quickly at our velocity scans. We're not noting a lot of twisting and turning of the winds. We are noting very strong winds, though, upwards of 50 to 60 miles an hour with these storms down here as they continue to push on through. I'm going to see if we can't just bring up our high-res version of radar here. Yeah, you can see where we have these bright pinks. This would be indicative of where our highest winds are right now. So this would be pushing through Brooms Island, upwards of 60. I think that was a 67 I saw somewhere in here. Yeah, 66 right there. Yeah, upwards of 50 to 60 mile an hour winds here. Kind of focusing here a little bit actually on Brooms Island, White Sands, and Leslie. So we'll see if we don't just get some straight line wind damage through this region. And then additional areas of strong winds pushing through parts of Clemens as well. As this storm continues to push off towards the east. Shrimp dish and meatball casserole. It's funny, I was just telling Ryan, I think I'm going to do shrimp tonight for dinner because I have shrimp in the freezer. I haven't used in like a week. Eric's saying the power's up in Barstow. Eric, I'm sure you've probably gotten some, Eric Johnson, I'm sure you've gotten some nice shots of the storms. You're always sending in great images on Twitter that I appreciate. Let's see, it's racing with thunder and lightning in Solomons. Oh, yeah, with our latest radar update, we can see that right in here. Heavy rain now beginning to push on in Hollywood, southern parts of Leslie, Drum Point, California. Yeah, high winds, non-stop here. Joette says, time to build an ark. I would say so, yes. Autumn says that she also had shrimp. I'm trying to figure out what I want to have with my shrimp. I'm thinking I want to make rice. I don't know if I want to make a pasta. I don't know. I've not thought that far ahead clearly. Oh, yeah, racing through the lesbian right now. As the other parents of small kids want to know, when will the storm be done? We'll probably begin to see things wrap up here probably by about 8, I don't want to say 8 o'clock. It kind of depends on where you are. I will finish answering that question here in just a second. We mentioned our friends down south not being included in any warnings. They now indeed are. Southern parts of St. Mary's County now under a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:15 for you. We will touch on the warning text here for you in just 1 second as I get this posted on over towards Facebook and Twitter. As I think many of you know at this point, I am very bad at multitasking. So I'll get this updated, and I think I have a whole bunch of Twitter notifications, so we'll see if any of those are images. And I'll see if I can just show you those live. Let's see, we're talking heavy rain, frequent lightning. So to finish answering that question, when these storms will move out, the worst of these storms will likely begin to wind down here over the next half hour. So again, that really is kind of dependent on where you are. But I think we'll begin to see a lot of this wind down here by about 8:15, 8:30, I think at the latest. It's I think when the worst of this will start to wind down. We do have rain behind this that will continue for the next little bit. So let's go ahead and get the latest update here from the National Weather Service. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning here for southeastern St. Mary's County until 8:15. At 7:41, severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from California to near St. George Island, moving east at 30 miles an hour. The main hazards here are going to be heavy rain, frequent lightning, and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. With this storm, damaging winds will cause some trees and large branches to fall, and this could injure those outdoors, as well as cause damage to homes and vehicles. Roadways could become blocked by downed trees, and localized power outages will be possible as well. So locations impacted by the southernmost storm include, but are not limited to, Lexington Park, St. Mary's City, St. Inigo's Creek, St. Mary's River, California, Pax River, Drum Point, Dameron, St. Inigo's, Park Hall, and Ridge. Again, as this continues to push here to the east, you can see really where the heaviest rain is now pushing through Tall Timbers, Piney Point, just south of, moving through Drayton here. This will be moving across the St. Mary's River into St. Mary's City, St. Inigo's, Dameron, Ridge, Park Hall, on up here towards Lexington Park and Great Mills. And then still over here towards southern parts of Calvert County, seeing some nasty weather. We're talking the Chesapeake Ranch Estates, White Sands, Leslie, Cove Point, Drum Point, Solomons. And then crossing the Route 4 bridge here into Hollywood in California. I do want to quickly take a look at my Twitter notifications, see if we have any images that are coming in right now. Actually, I'll just kind of switch over here. So I'm not sure where this was, but you can see the shelf cloud here as these storms kind of push in. Yeah, let's see. You can see the storms rolling in. This was from 7, so this is about a half hour ago. But you can see the storms beginning to work in or you can see the clouds begin to work in. And this would be some video footage here from James. This was about 40 minutes ago, and I think he's actually here on the live stream. But you can see what these storms look like. Yeah, this would be the Clements area. This was about a half hour, probably 45 minutes ago now. But interesting to note. So thank you for that, James. We will give you a nice little retweet there. So yeah, you can see really where these storms are pushing through. The scenes we're seeing as these storms push through. Plenty of lightning to go around. Again, really extending here from southern St. Mary's County through Calvert County. Still seeing plenty of heavy rain on up towards Dares Beach and Willows. But the lightning strikes really have now kind of focused off along parts of the bay here. I do want to see if we have any new updates with SMECO. See if we have any new outage information coming in. We're now up over 8,000 customers without power right now. We have a pretty big outage here in parts of Hollywood. This is affecting over 4,600 customers, and we have additional outages here through parts of California, getting on over towards the Thomas Johnson Bridge here. Additional outages down here towards Piney Point, upwards of 800 customers without power here in Piney Point and St. George Island. Other outages over here near Brenton Bay. Additional outages in Newport, Wicomico, and Newburgh. This one does now have people working on it, and estimated restoration by about 11:30 this evening. It looks like we have additional outages over here towards Lusby. It looks like about 40-ish, 50-ish customers or so being affected by this. Take a look at the chart website here. See if we can get some. This will be a look at 2:35 and 4. Here you can see the dark skies, frequent lightning with these storms here. I want to see if we can't just pick up. Take a look at the Thomas Johnson Bridge, see what we can see here. Oh, yeah, you're going to see the wall of water here with these storms. Oh, plenty of lightning. It's just a wall of water here with these storms as they kind of, you can even see across the camera here. Lots of lightning. This camera is mounted over here on the St. Mary's County side, facing towards the Calvert County side. I pray for these people going across the bridge right now. I definitely would not. With all the lightning with this storm, and for this guy coming right on off, that is a hefty task to ask someone to do. But some of the worst weather now beginning to push through Calvert County. Radar's not picking up on some of the worst, not crossing the bay on over towards Dorchester County. But we still do have plenty of heavy rain here moving through just off the Great Mills. I believe over here that is Hermanville Road. Or maybe that's Great Mills Road. Pushing through the St. Mary's River here into St. Inigo, St. Mary's City, getting near Park Hall here, 2:35 and 5. Really over here towards Lexington Park as well. You're beginning to see things calm down a little bit over towards Leonardtown, Chaptico, getting a little bit of a break finally in the plate at Chesapeake Beach. Are beginning to kind of calm down a little bit. You'll note that we do have rain behind this. So once the storms move through, you'll see lingering rain continue. Bobby says the rain started on over towards Solomon's. Lightning strikes in Hollywood are getting more and more intense. Crazy amount of lightning. Christine is letting us know. Let's see. Alice is saying lots of rain, thunder, and heavy winds in Lusby. Heavy rain, wind, and lots of lightning too on over towards Pax River. So these are some pretty strong storms we've seen move through. The good news is these have just about cleared our region. The last area that still needs to kind of get cleared with these would be southern St. Mary's County. So you should be good probably in about the next 20 minutes or so down here towards Park Hall, St. Mary's City Ridge, down towards Scotland. You will see the heavy rain, lightning, and gusty winds push through these areas, and then probably by about 8:15 or so, you'll begin to clear up. You're still going to note that you'll have some heavy rain, some moderate rain, steady rain push through once these continue. That's what we're seeing on over towards Hollywood and Lusby. But we will see things gradually tick down a little bit. But we are starting to see a decent uptick in lightning now over towards Hollywood, on over towards Oakville, Sandgates here near Town Creek. Let's see. Wesley is saying Mechanicsville to Lovell, limbs and debris down there on Route 5. Stephanie's saying there's so much lightning. Oh, yeah. And what our radar program here notes would be cloud to ground lightning. You can get lots of, probably even more, cloud lightning, which can also produce a decent amount of thunder as well. Celestial says she is good with it. We needed the rain. People say it all the time. We finally got some much needed rain across the region. Let's see. Prince Frederick got lots of lightning and curtains of rain. Avenue, Maryland, still getting hit hard with lightning strikes. I guess it kind of depends on. Oh, that really took us in. Down here towards Avenue, radar's indicating a little bit of clearing for you. If you're not seeing clearing yet, I'm sure you will here in just a little bit. Let's see. I can feel the intensity going down off of Chancellor's Run Road, even though there's still lots of lightning. Yeah, Lisa, you'll see things gradually kind of clear up a little bit there for you. Oh yeah, Wesley, we've seen with all of our images we've been monitoring with these storms coming in, and I think we've probably missed should have taken a look at the Callaway camera a little bit sooner. I'm sure if we're going to take a look down there towards Great Mills, we probably would have seen a nice, I kind of missed some of the best shots I'm sure we would have seen. But you can kind of see here, if we take you on over towards Lexington Park, kind of at least the aftermath of these storms. I mean, these storms are still kind of going on. You can kind of see waves of water out here. So we're noting that we're seeing ponding and flooding right now. You can still see all the lightning and the dark skies off in the distance as we continue to see these storms push on through. And again, this would be Lexington Park 235 at 237. Yeah, Brandy's saying getting rocked down there in Ridge. You can kind of see as you head south here around 235. You can kind of see how the cars are treading a little bit of water there. Winter drop from 93 to 73 fast. Yeah, that's what these storms are able to do. We've been hot and humid the last few days. Plenty of thunderstorm energy for these storms to really tap into. And yeah, these storms have definitely been able to tap into it here over the last little bit. I want to see actually, we can typically get good sky shots here over towards, yeah, that's not going to give us the best shot, I don't think. I don't want that. What I would like is some of these camera views here. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be our best shot here while I just go over some of the what we have coming in. Let's see. Carrie's saying it's crazy down towards Brenton Bay. Wind is finally dying down. Buckets of rain now. Power is flickering. Any chance these storms will help clear some of the humidity? Yes, Celestial. So I think actually if you scroll down the Facebook or Twitter pages, you'll see my update from yesterday, which I haven't had time to update today because I'm busy with this. This all comes as a cold front nears our region. We're going to redo all this again tomorrow, but that's going to be as the cold front pushes through. So that's going to cool down temperatures, and we're going to see humidity really go down. So I think by the time we head into early next week, temperatures are only going to be in the lower to mid 80s. But we're going to keep that chance of rain around us. The pattern looks to remain a little bit unsettled into next week. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, 99 to 72 in a minute. Oh yeah, yeah. We're definitely seeing as these storms push through, we're gonna see temperatures definitely begin to decrease tonight. We'll have another warm one tomorrow. We probably won't be as hot temperatures. We'll look to get into the upper 80s to lower 90s, which will only help to enhance the potential to see some nasty weather across the region. But our last severe thunderstorm warning again is down here through parts of St. Mary's County, but we are still seeing plenty of lightning strikes. And again, what's shown here is cloud to ground. So we have plenty of cloud to cloud lightning in addition to what you see here. Down here through parts of southern St. Mary's and southern Calvert County. Worst of it is really kind of focused up along 235 now as you travel south out of Pax River on through Lexington Park here down through Park Hall. Down here near St. Mary's City, St. Indigo, Dameron, all of these areas here. Ridge beginning to get in on some nasty weather as well. Seeing additional areas of heavy rain getting ready to push into tall timbers. But yeah, as we zoom on out, you can see the worst weather is pushing eastward across the bay onto the eastern shore. Plenty of lightning strikes in our little corner of the world. We will see additional rain showers behind this, but we will begin to clear out. If you're trying to figure out when we should really start to clear out of any rain, I think we'll begin to see that probably by about 11 o'clock or so. Well, I would say clearing probably between about 9 o'clock and no later than probably about 11 o'clock. But we could see additional rain showers and thunderstorms move on through. What I do actually kind of want to do is show you what some of our modeling looks like here. So this would be, bring on over here. This would be our raw model data. But what we can see here is storms push through, and we might see additional areas of rain. The model isn't picking up on any, but it wouldn't surprise me to see additional bubble-up showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight. Not many isolated, but that potential is there. And we clear out to start the day tomorrow. But then, if I can take us back to a full run, we will note that by about 5, 6 o'clock, we will see additional showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, a lot like what we saw today, move through as the cold front pushes on through. And we could see additional areas of rain try to build back in as we head on over towards Sunday. Oof, so yes, plenty to talk about. We are going strong here, getting near an hour and 20 minutes. Just with this one live stream, we did like a 20-minute one earlier, so my voice, I can start to feel it. Yeah, we'll be able to get going here in a little bit. The worst weather is beginning to push off again. I think the last lingering parts of it here, moving through Park Hall and Pax River here, this will push off over the next little bit, over the next 5 or 10 minutes or so. Lingering heavy, I wouldn't even call it necessarily heavy rain, but moderate to steady rain moving through Hollywood, getting on over towards Lesbian in the Chesapeake Ranch Estates. I want to see if I can't just do a 2-hour loop here of radar, and we can kind of see how these storms have pushed through the region. Just all the lightning with these storms, it's been crazy to watch. You can see right around 6 o'clock when we came on here, tracking all of this. And I hear the train again coming on through, so my apologies if you hear the siren. But you can see as these storms have pushed through, all the lightning with them. I mean, we saw so much here in parts of Calvert County and then on over towards St. Mary's County with these storms that have pushed through. And now we're beginning to see things wind down from the majority of us. You're still seeing some nasty weather in southern parts of St. Mary's County. But you will begin to see things clear up here as well as these storms continue to push off to the east. Let's see, the thunder and lightning is crazy on over towards Solomon's. Yeah, at least if I take a break, I'm not coming back. I'm going to start eating food. I got to make it first, but we're probably only going to be here for at most probably another 5 or 10 minutes. And I'm sure if you're watching this as a recording, you'll know just how much longer we were here. Let's see, crazy thunder and lightning on over towards California, lost power. Rebecca is saying, I do want to take a look actually on over towards the SMECO website. I'm taking a look over here in a hot second, see if we have any updates. We don't, but we are still noting we're up over 8,000 customers without power right now, with a huge outage on over towards Hollywood and California, and additional outages down towards Piney Point and St. George Island, on over towards Leonardtown and Newburgh, Charlotte Hall. We kind of have outages all over the place right now. We have about 100 customers without power on over towards St. Leonard and Port Republic as well. So plenty of outages to go around, plenty of power outages. Let's see. Power's back up in California. Aaron says, Aaron, I'm glad you finally had power back. But yeah, we're going to continue to see things gradually get better. I think the worst of the storm is now out of here, and we will see things kind of improve. So actually, I think we're going to get going a little bit sooner than what I said as things begin to clear up a little bit. Not much else to talk about at the moment. Stay safe this evening. Rain showers will likely linger across the area through the next few hours. We should see clearing, though, by about 10, 11 o'clock or so. And we will kind of rinse and repeat and redo all of this again tomorrow as our cold front moves on through. So stay safe, stay weather aware. Our severe thunderstorm watch, we should see kind of go away here in just a second. Actually, and I can hear a dog outside my window, outside the window here. As we approach 8 o'clock, the severe thunderstorm watch has now been allowed to get canceled. So stay safe. We will continue to watch all this. I'll have an updated forecast for tomorrow, potentially out later on this evening. We're already a little late at 8 o'clock. I'll try to get my forecast done by about 6, but I'm going to go eat some dinner. Stay safe. Things will continue to get better, and we will see clearing skies by overnight tonight. So stay safe. Have a nice and safe one. Keep it tuned here to JB Weather. If we get any new updates in it, I'll be back here live to give you updates on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and the website. You can always get updates on all of those at all of those locations as well. So thank you for joining me over the last hour and a half to track all of this. I'm Forecaster John Bordash. Have a nice and safe one. And again, keep it tuned here to JB Weather.
Check the forecast anytime online at jbweather.net.